Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 3 in Microsoft Excel, and today we are going to be looking at cell basics. Now, whenever you are working on Microsoft Excel, you need to enter information or content into cells. Now, what are cells? Cells are the basic building blocks of a worksheet. Remember the last time I told you that this is your worksheet. So, and files in Microsoft Excel are called workbook. So this is your worksheet. You can see sheet 1. You can create another one, sheet 2. I hope you understand that. So now, cells are the basic building blocks of a worksheet. So these are cells. The way I'm clicking it, all this one that I'm clicking, they are cells. Now, every worksheet, they are made up of thousands of rectangles, which are called cells. Now, you can also say cells is the intersection of a row and a column. Cells is the intersection of a row and column. Now, or where row and column meet. Now, what are row and where is our column? Now, columns are letters ABC. Columns are letter ABC in your worksheet. Like this is A, B, C, D. Now, these are your columns. Column A, column B, column C, column D, column E. You understand? So that is those ones. This letter like this, they are column, and numbers are rows. Numbers like this, they are what? They are rows. Now, each of the cell like this, they have their name. They have their name, and anytime you click on this cell like this, their name will show, or you can call them cell address, and this is where you'll be seeing the address. We call them cell address. Now, if you select this, like I'm in C now, can you see C3? So if I choose G, this is G, I'm in G, then what number? 7. You will say you are in G7. So each of these cells, they have their name, they have their particular name. This is one is, and you can call them with letters and their number, which is E4. Column is the E, while the row is the 4. You are in number 4 on the row, and you are in E on the column. All right. Now, each of them, they have their address, and you can see their name here. So H4, this one is H4. H, then what number? 4. You can see H4. Now, you can select more than a cell like this. I will show you how to select, how I selected it, but you can select it like this. Now, what do we call this one? Now, if you select multiple cells like this, you say, we call it range. So one is just a cell. So if you select more than one, you say cell range. So we call it range. Now, if this one is C5, how do you call this one? If I say select range of so how do you call this one? Now, if you want to give a range name, you know, only one is easy to call, like G3. So if you select more than one like this, more than one cell, how do you call them? Now, this is the way you call them. You use the first cell and the last cell to name it, and you put a colon at the center. So someone that is familiar with Excel will know what you are talking about. You understand? For example, this one is the first. You put the first name B2 colon H15, B2 colon H15. So the person will know what you are trying to say or what you are talking about. B2, the first cell, and the last cell, H15. So the person will know that you are talking about B2 column. So if you write it like this, column H15, I will already know. So this is the one we call range. I already know that this B2 now, and any other one that is within it. Inside this B2 we have B3, B4, B, so I have C3, C, so you know, E, so up to, I know that you are trying to tell me that it's a range because of this column, and it has some cells between it that you cannot list out. So that is the rules. So a cell, now you can select a cell and just say G5. You see the name here. But when you select more than one like this, you need to name it. You need to name it like for the first cell here that you select and the last one here. So you need to name it that way. You say F1 colon K15. I hope you understand that. So you say F1 colon K15. So that is how to name your range. All right, so now let's talk about how do you select your cell. You simply click on it. You simply click on it. So, and you can still use your arrow button on your keyboard to move it, like this. You can use your arrow like this, your right arrow, to move it, and your left arrow to move it to left. All right, so now you can still use your shortcut. If you press tab on your keyboard, it will be moving to right. Tab button on your keyboard, it will be moving to right, and you press, if you hold shift and you are pressing tab, it will be moving to left. So you can try it. If you press the tab, it will be moving to right. If you hold your shift, hold your shift button, then keep pressing tab, it will be moving to left. Likewise, if you press your enter, it will be moving to down, and if you hold your shift and be pressing enter, it will be moving up. And you can still use your arrow button up, down, so like that. So so you can try the shortcut out. So all you select, you simply use your mouse to select it. So all right, so we have talked about how you can select range, range of cell. That is, you select multiple. I hope you understand that. So you select multiple of cell, we call it range. All right, so now let's talk about cell contents. Now anything that you type into each of these cells, they will store inside this cell, and this small cell that you are seeing can contain many long content. Let me now say something. Now you see that I start typing from this C now, and when it now reaches this place, it's showing that it enters D, E, F, no, it doesn't enter